15 years to the day after a Green Bay man's body was found in Abrams, authorities say they have filed charges against his alleged killer.
Hopefully today is the start for Chad's family to help put in some closure on this incident.
It is a relief for Chad McLean's family to have a suspect behind bars, but it's a man who talked with Fox 11 years ago about McLean.
I mean, I feel bad for the family. I mean, it's got to be awful. I'd hate to lose my kid.
Details of this case and how investigators say they broke it open tops Fox 11 News at 5. 19-year-old Chad McLean of Green Bay was last seen on February 22nd in 1998 in Abrams.
His body was found 1 month later, but the case turned cold until recently. Fox 11's Laura Smith has more on how that led to the charges against Peter Hansen, who most recently lived in Oconto Falls. Laura?
Well, Tom, it's a case that's puzzled investigators from Green Bay to Oconto County and even the FBI for years. But they didn't give up on it, and after reviewing old evidence and re-interviewing those involved, authorities say they now believe they know who killed Chad McLean. Chad McLean's mother, Carol Nielsen, was determined to find her son several days after his disappearance. This after he didn't show up for work at Wisconsin Converting in Green Bay. A month later, McLean's body was found in the Pensacola River near a bridge by the Sandalwood Golf Course in Abrams. McLean had died from multiple gunshots. At the time, Fox 11 spoke with Peter Hansen, who said he couldn't believe it.
I never thought he was dead. Well, I'd just like to say to the family that I'm so sorry. I wish I'd have never let him in my truck that night.
15 years later, officials announced an arrest in the case.
A felony criminal complaint was filed charging 52-year-old Peter J. Hansen with first-degree intentional homicide of Chad McLean.
So what led to the break?
We did have people re-interviewed. We brought many neighborhood witnesses into the John Doe, and that was part of it. We did get some new information.
Police say on February 22, 1998, McLean went to Abrams in Oconto County with a friend. Court documents show the two went to the home of the friend's uncle where they began drinking. That's when Peter Hansen and Charles Mulattos showed up. Eventually, McLean wanted to return to Green Bay. The criminal complaint shows McLean got into a vehicle with Hansen and Mulattos. When questioned in 1998, police say Hansen told them it was McLean's idea to take him to a nearby truck stop and drop him off. Hansen said he was glad Chad didn't ask to come back to his place because he didn't want him at his house. When asked what he thought may have happened to McLean, Hansen said he probably ran into the wrong person at the gas station. Detectives later learned McLean was never seen at the truck stop. Court documents also show Hansen's neighbor told investigators last year she heard 2 or 3 gunshots coming from the direction of Hansen's property in Abrams on the night of February 22, 1998. And Hansen's wife Kathy told police that same night Hansen came out of the garage and she saw blood on Pete's hands. The criminal complaint says a friend of Hansen's told police Hansen said he and Chuck Mulattos took McLean to a shed behind Hansen's home. The friend said Hansen admitted to shooting McLean and Mulattos loaded the body into a truck. The two then took Chad to a bridge and dumped him in the river. Mulattos has not been arrested, but authorities say more charges could be coming.
There is a belief from law enforcement that one other person, and they're not ruling out anybody else beyond that other person, might be involved, and that investigation continues.
McLean's family was at Friday's news conference but declined to comment on the case. Special Prosecutor Vince Biskupik spoke for McLean's mother.
The dedication of these police agencies and their individual officers, detectives, for 15 years is at least giving Carol the first step towards some level of accountability, some level of justice.
Now Hansen is in the Oconto County Jail. He's been there for several months on unrelated charges. He is scheduled to appear in court next week, Thursday. There was no answer when Fox 11 attempted to call his attorney today. Tom?